Welcome to yoga today. So I just wanted to start by saying our class is going to be about reducing anxiety, using some of the techniques that we use to open our hearts during this time when we may be more worried than usual. So we're going to be using a model, my daughter Lorimer here, for some of the instruction. And we also thought we would be creative because not everybody has straps, blocks, bolsters. So we've come up with cushions from home, which maybe you could find one in your living area, a blanket or your favorite blanket you can fold up. And even if you feel like you might need it, we've got a chair here. And instead of a strap, because Lorimer has a strap, but I don't have a strap, I brought one of my long, trendy scarves. So let's all take our blanket. And we're just going to fold the blanket up. Actually, we're going to take the blanket, we're going to fold it, and put it at the top of the mat. And then you're going to come down onto your back. And if you want, you can put your cushion under your knees, or if you prefer, you can put your cushion under your head. All these are optional props. So we're looking at something like this. This is the supine position. So close your eyes. And we're going to start to breathe. So we're going to be breathing for a few minutes here. We're going to breathe, you're going to fill the belly, and as you exhale, you'll exhale belly to spine. And just try to surrender and let go. So you're inhaling maybe all your worries. Then exhale those worries into the earth below you. So I'm just going to read you a little bit about heart openers as we watch our model breathing in, filling the belly, exhaling belly to spine. Palms are facing up towards the sky, that's a receiving mode. So an open heart can illuminate the darkest of places, increase vitality, emotional balance, and the ability to meet life with fluidity and grace. When our heart is open, we're in touch with our needs and desires. We are better communicators. We are more compassionate friends and lovers. The heart becomes blocked when energy patterns that yoga calls samskaras get stuck in our minds. Whether or not the idea of blocked energy resonates with you, I'm sure you felt the negative effects of having a nagging worry, could be about the pandemic, or thought coming to haunt you throughout your day. These thoughts are like energetic roadblocks. They can deplete you. A heart full of unfinished events and worries is something that we hold out of anxiety, and it turns on us. So keep breathing 5 more breaths. And just imagine there's a light and it shines beyond all things on earth, beyond the highest and the very highest heavens. This is the light that shines in your heart. So after the second breath, we're going to open the eyes. You're gently going to roll onto your side, it could be your left or your right side, and push yourself up to seated posture. And we're going to do easy pose, or we're going to have variety, so your feet can be right out in front of you, just like this. Or you can put your right leg in front of your left leg in easy pose. You can sit on your cushion, or you may want to sit on your cushion and your blanket to allow your knees to drop below your hips. So this example. So from here we're going to extend the spine. You can close your eyes briefly. We're going to take our hand to the top of the crown of our head, and we're going to imagine that there's a golden rod or a golden thread that's reaching through that, right through the top of your crown of your head and pulling you up towards the sky. Alright, as you do that, you'll feel your belly pull in. So open your eyes. We're going to practice 10 rounds of what we call alternate nostril breathing, Nadi Shank. I think we're all familiar with that. So we're going to take our right hand and our first two fingers and place those between our eyebrows, our third eye center. Then we're going to take our ring finger and place it gently over the left nostril and the thumb over the right, making sure we can still breathe. So the way this works is you're going to inhale by lifting the ring finger up from the left. So we're going to inhale, and we're just going to hold the breath very briefly, and exhale through the right side by lifting up the thumb. Then inhale, hold the breath for 1, 2, 3, and exhale through the left. Inhale through the left, hold the breath for 1, 2, 3, and exhale through the right. Inhale through the right, hold the breath for 1, 2, 3, and exhale through the left. Inhale through the left, hold the breath for 1, 2, 3, and exhale through the right. Let's do 5 more of these at our own pace. Inhaling, holding, exhaling. Just one more round. After the last round, bring your hands down, place them on your thighs, open your eyes. Now we can bring our hands to our heart center and just gently make a fist, and with a fist you're just going to bring attention to your heart. It's just going to gently tap around your heart 10 times. Now bring your hands to your heart center. We're going to inhale 1 Om to start class. So we inhale. Open the eyes and swallow down the back of the throat. Good. So we're going to move our props, at least one of our props. Welcome to a seated posture called Dandasana, staff pose, which is all about extending the spine. So I'm going to instruct my student here to sit on the cushion. And her feet should be facing towards the mirror over there in front of the studio. Right, now bring your tailbone all the way to the front of the cushion. So, good. Extend the spine up. Right, now close your eyes as you do this. Just bring your shoulders up to your ears and then drop them down your back. Good. Now take your hands and just place them right by your side on the mat. Nice. Okay, you can just relax them. Okay, good. So try, if you felt yourself slump down, remember to extend the spine again. And take 10 breaths here in Tadasana. Keeping your eyes open, you can just face the mirror. Your feet should be flexed, toes pointing towards you. Nice job. Okay. So staying right where we are, we can just relax the arms when we shake them out a little bit. Alright, good. So you can, this time we're going to take the arms and we're going to place the hands behind the head, right on the, keeping your spine nice and straight. Right. So we can interlace the fingers. Okay. So with the elbows, they might come forward. What we're going to do is use the head to push back into the hands. So we're going to feel like we're lifting our heart. When we lift our heart, we actually do a little back bend in the thoracic area, the upper area of the back. Trying to make sure the chin stays right. And you should feel when you're pushing back against your hands that your chest is opening up, like a heart opener. Just take 5 breaths here. Still trying to fill up below in the diaphragmatic area, so you'll fill the belly. And then exhale, belly to spine. Good, and then release. Good. So still staying on your cushion, we're going to do some little stretches for our oblique muscles here. So our apex pose today is Bhujangasana or Cobra pose. That's a heart opening pose. And if you're familiar with it. So, if anybody needs to modify this pose for whatever reason, go ahead and do so with either your blankets, cushions, or I can show you other ways to do the pose. So we're going to start with the right leg and we're going to bring that out to the side. That's good, my model. Left from her right. So for the purpose of this class, we're actually going to be truly right and truly left. So I'm not going to mirror. Okay, so for this pose, we're going to take the right arm and you're just going to place the elbow on the right thigh. Your hand can open up. Good. Then you're going to lift the left arm up, extend it, and bring it over towards the right. And I'm going to hold this for 5 breaths. And as you are here, just bring attention or be aware of where your hips are. If your left hip left the earth, push it back down. And as you exhale, try to twist in your belly area, twist your heart up to the sky. So what we're getting is a nice stretch in the obliques, and also a little twist in here, which is really great for assisting with reducing anxiety. It's very healthy for us. Stimulates the lymphatic system. And then on the 5th breath, come back up to center. Bring that right leg forward, and we're just going to do that on the other side. And see if you can bring that leg out as far as you can. Good. Take the left arm, place it on the left knee, extend the right arm, and fold towards your left arm. Take 5 breaths here, twisting again. And then come back up to center. Good. And this time you can bring the legs together again. So you're going to do that pose in a slightly different way. So starting with your right leg, you're going to bend the knee and bring the sole of the foot into the side of the leg. It can be down here, up here, and if that's not there for you, just bend it as much as you can. Good. So then you're going to sit up straight again, so you feel like your hip bones are really pushing into the earth. So what I think we need to know right now is that we all kind of don't feel that grounded because of what's happening, and it's important to do a grounding yoga or to ground ourselves, and this is a grounding pose. Grounding means helping the first chakra help us feel safe and secure. So we're going to extend our arms up, and then we're going to fold forward. As we fold forward, we're very conscious of keeping the shoulders down the back and bringing the hands to the floor. So this pose is called, I think it's called heart to thigh pose or chest to thigh pose, and or Janu Sirsasana. So we'll take 5 breaths here, relaxing, inhaling, and then exhaling, relaxing the chest towards the thigh. Then just be aware of any sensations that come up and breathe into those. And then gently come back up. And then we just switch and do it the other side. So extend the right leg, then the left. Make sure that right foot is engaged and flexed. If you've come into a slump, extend your spine again. Extend the arms. Shoulders down back, forward fold. And after 5 breaths, come all the way back up again. Good. And from here, we're going to remove your cushion that you found, and you're going to lengthen onto your spine. I'm just going to teach my model what to do now. You can remove the cushion from the top of the mat, so just come all the way down, extend yeah. So push the feet away from the crown of the head. And then what we're going to do is just gently flex the feet, is this right? No. Push the feet forward and flex them back. So point feet, flex back. Almost like you're doing it as a motion. So point and flex. Point and flex. Good. Point, flex. And then your head joins in with you. So as you point the toes, tuck the chin. As you flex the feet, the chin opens up. So I'm just going to do like 10 of these. It's called driving the bus. And it's actually a cranial sacral energy mover. So, and don't forget to breathe. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Let's do 5 more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Excellent. So tuck the knees in and then just hug them into your belly. Then place both soles of the feet on the floor and bring your right ankle over your left knee, or your right, that's it. Now bring the left knee up, that's it. Now thread your hands through, and that's right. So with your right hand, push the fleshy side of your right thigh away from you. So you should be feeling a big opening in the right hip. Take 8 breaths here. And on the 8th breath, just switch sides. So the right knee is on the right sole of the foot's on the floor, left ankle comes across right knee, and just repeat that on the other side. You might feel like one side is really different than the other. Take 5 more breaths. So we're actually opening the hips here a little. And then bring both soles of the feet down onto the earth. And we're going to come onto our hands and knees for our cat-cow stretches. So I'm going to ask my mum to place her hands beneath her shoulders, splay out her fingers, and push down through the knuckles. That's right. So on the inhale, we're going to arch the back. The backs of the feet are on the earth. On the exhale, option to turn toes under and drop the belly. Okay, inhale, arch the back. Exhale, drop the belly. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And just do 3 more of those at your own pace. Nice job. Okay. So from here, we're going to face towards the mirror because we're going to be coming into a hip flexor stretch. So if you've got your favourite blanket, you can put it under your knees if you like. So we're going to start with the right knee on the mat and the left knee is going to be forward. And then there's an option to have if you can't reach the floor here, then you're probably going to need like actually a couple of cushions, but you can reach the floor. Okay, good. So let's just come back up to we call our crescent lunge. Okay, so from here, we're going to place the hands on the earth and the fingertips. If not, you can get yourself a couple of cushions. Demonstrate with 2 cushions. So they're imagining they're actually like blocks. You have blocks at home, in which case you can use the blocks. So from here, we're going to take this left knee over the left foot and stretch out. So we're going to turn that right, if you can turn that right toe under and just feel that, make sure you're keeping a straight spine. So you're going to sort of imagine that your spine's in a straight line from the tailbone to the crown of the head. And just take 5 breaths here as we stretch out the right hip flexor. And after the 5th breath, push back. And then what we're going to do here is just push the tailbone towards the right heel, and then you may feel like pulling the hands towards you more, and then fold over that left leg, getting a big stretch in the back of the knee and the hamstring, pointing the toe. Three more breaths here. And then come back up. Place your hands on your knees briefly. Take a big breath here. Open mouth. Good. So now we're going to switch sides. So come back onto your knees. I'm just going to do that the other side. So take your right knee forward. Tuck left toes. Maybe push the blocks or the fingers out a little bit. Inhale. Exhale. And take 5 breaths here. Stretching out the hip flexor muscles. And then come back and we'll just do the hamstring stretch on the waist side. Bring that leg back. Well done. Good. So from here we're going to come into a thread the needle pose. So we're just coming back into our tabletop pose. We're going to lift up our left arm, stretch it up to the sky, and there's going to be the right arm up now, and then thread that right arm through. So you're now resting on your right shoulder. Option to bring your left hand to your sacrum and take 5 breaths here as we stretch out the muscles at the back of the shoulder. Feeling your tailbone push down against the heels, crown of the head, or the forehead rather is grounded into the earth. Shoulders come down the back. Two more big breaths. Even open mouth, exhale. So from here we can come up through tabletop. into our mountain pose. So now we're standing in Tadasana, mountain pose. So let's feel grounded again. So let's lift all 10 toes up. And then place one toe, starting with this little toe, place one toe at a time onto the earth. And let's engage our lower belly here, like zipping up the front from the belly to the heart to the throat. Now take your shoulders and notice if they're up around your ears, and then drop them down your back. So as we call this framing the back. So when we're in Cobra pose, we're going to be framing the back. Take a couple of breaths here. Then we're going to take a forward fold. And for this forward fold, we can even use one of our trusty cushions. So I'm going to place this cushion between my thighs to make sure that I'm internally rotating the thighs. And I'm going to put my fingers right here at my hip creases, and I'm going to fold forward into Uttanasana. You can let your hands come down to the earth. Head can drop. You can take like 5 breaths here. If this is available to you, if this makes you feel giddy when you come up, just stay in Tadasana. So after your 5th breath, you may lose your cushion. You're just going to extend your spine. This feels really good. So you're going to push your tailbone away from the crown of your neck, and with your hands be placed on your shins. Then just briefly forward fold again, hands to the earth, and then you can shake your head, yes, no, or if you want you can fold your arms so that the right arm and the left arm are in the opposite creases of the elbow, and then just place your head so it's like having a little cradle for the crown of your head. And so you can gently turn from left to right, twist left to right. Then let's come back up to standing. So we're going to open the heart today via Warrior 2, Vira 2, and then Trikonasana or triangle pose. Okay, so for Warrior 2, we're going to start with our right leg. So we start facing me on your mat, and then you're going to be taking it'll be actually your left leg. So I'm mirror teaching now, back to mirror teaching. So take your left leg out. Good. Now put your hands on your hips, and let's lift the heel of the front foot and turn it to what we would call like midday, and then you push down through the right side, through your back leg, through this, what am I going to say, the side at the back of the foot. I'm pointing to it. And then you really engage this back leg, bend this front leg, and let's bring the arms out. And here we are, we're courageous warriors. We're going to take care of ourselves. We'll be compassionate. We're going to open our hearts. We're going to be present. Take 5 more breaths here. Maybe push your tailbone out behind you, then drop it down. After the 5th breath, these are big breaths, straighten that front leg. And then we're going to hinge forward into the left leg, and we're going to bring ourselves down into triangle. Now, if this pose presents a balance problem for you, I suggest that you put a chair right behind you so that you could place your hand on the chair, and I'll just do that the other side when I show you the other side. Okay, 5 breaths here, and as we you can maybe see our top thumb if we turn our head up, if that's available, keep your gaze down to the floor. But here we're trying to open the heart again, so we're sort of like a little twist. We're feeling like our right side is opening up our left side. Here's a little twist here. One more breath, and then come back up to center. And let's turn the feet forward. Just get the line here. Place hands on the hips and fold forward into wide-legged forward fold. Take 3 breaths here. And then gently come forward and come back up, rather using your shoulders by flexing your wrists, spreading out your fingers. Good job. Okay, let's do the other side, but this time we're going to have a chair available. So let me go get one. Kind of a big armchair, but it's all I have at home. So we're going to start the other side now. So we're going to take our right leg out. Lift up that right heel so the foot comes into like a 12 o'clock position. Push down through the left outside edge of the foot. Bend the front knee, making sure this front knee doesn't want to come forward. So it's important to bend the knee, but it's really important to keep it straight, like at 90 degrees, and try not to let it fold in, because that can actually hurt the knee. And then we're going to lift our arms up. We can spread our feet for a little bit. Take 8 breaths here. And after your 8th breath, straighten that front leg. Now we're coming into triangle pose here. So we're going to hinge forward with the right hand. And I'm going to fold. Now I've got my trusty chair here, so should you feel when you're doing triangle that this is a hard pose because of the balance involved, then just place your hand on the chair and raise your arm up. Or you could even actually just play. Or I can always place my elbow on it. Take 5 breaths here. So feeling energy should be energy all the way up to the fingertips. So your fingertips should be pushing all that positive energy up to the sky. And then inhale and come back up to center, and let's do one more forward fold. These are very calming. Inhale, fold forward. Option to bring hands behind you and interlace fingers and let the arms roll forward. And let's bring our hands down to the earth and come up again, wrists flexed, fingers spread out, shoulders bring you up. And then let's shimmy our feet together. Nice job, everybody. All right, so let's come down to do our heart opener. So I'm moving my chair. So we'll be coming down to the floor on our bellies. Actually, we can have our little, you can have a cushioned, trusted blanket near us. So we're going to be doing Cobra Pose or Bhujangasana. This is a heart opener because we are going to be lifting our chest and doing a little bit of a back bend here in the thoracic spine. So let's make sure the back legs are together as much as possible, thighs are touching, backs of the feet are on the mat. So we'll be pushing down, our anchor here is our pubic bone. And then we're going to place our, this is one version anyway, we're going to place our hands right by our rib cage here. And our shoulders should be down our back. I think mine came up here, so I'm going to push them down. I'm going to inhale. And I'm going to gently lift my chest up. While my shoulders come down my back. So you can see it's a little bit of a thoracic back bend. That thoracic is the upper back. So keep your gaze straight forward. Take 3 breaths. Then slowly come back down again. If that was a little bit hard for you, the pressure on the arms, I'm going to show you another way to do Bhujangasana or Cobra Pose. So fold your blanket in 3 again, place it at the top of your mat, and we're going to come down onto our bellies, backs of the feet are on the mat. Then we're just going to place this prop right on the upper part of our abdomen and chest, and then we're going to place our arms sort of down on the mat beside it. Gaze is ahead. So we're going to push down through the pubic bone, that's our anchor. So we're going to inhale, and as we inhale we're going to lift the chest. Shoulders are down the back. And just feel a little back bend in the upper part of the spine. Take 5 breaths. This is your heart opener. You're also really grounded in this pose. So from here, after your 5 breaths, just remove your blanket and then push yourself back and through onto your back. So hug your knees into your chest. Bring arms out in a T. And from here you've got your knees and legs, lower part of your legs in 90. You're going to inhale, exhale, bring the knees over to the left side while turning your head towards the right. Now you might indeed or prefer to use your blanket so that your knees have something to rest on, and take 5 breaths. And after the 5th breath, bring your knees back up to center. We're just going to go in the other direction. Great. So here, just make sure if this shoulder isn't on the floor, you can take a cushion, trusty cushion, just put it under the shoulder to give it more support. Palms should be facing down. Knees come to center. Hug knees in. And then we're going to come to our Shavasana. So you can use your cushion, or it's your choice if you want to support the cervical area of your spine. And you can take your rolled up mat and place it underneath your knees, your rolled up blanket. Okay, so our feet should be mat width apart. And we're going to lie down on our mat. Make sure we don't have any props beside us. And then we're just going to close our eyes and start to breathe. I'm just going to change the music quickly. So start to bring your attention to your third eye center, which is right between your eyebrows. Feel yourself sinking into the earth and integrating the great yoga class you just completed. So we're going to breathe into that third eye center and exhale through our nostrils. So the breathing should be restful. Breathing. As you breathe in, you might breathe in a color. Could be your favorite blue. Exhale that color through your nostrils. So slowly begin to wiggle or move your hands, fingers, toes. And keeping your eyes closed, come up into a comfortable seated posture. Bring your hands to your heart center. So this is a reading from Pema Chodron. When things fall apart, things falling apart is a kind of a testing and also a kind of healing. We think that the point is to pass the test or to overcome the problem. But the truth is that things don't really get solved. They come together and they fall apart. Then they come together again and fall apart again. It's just like that. The healing comes from letting there be room for all of this to happen. Room for grief, for relief, for misery, and for joy. So bring your hands to your heart center. Fill it with compassion. And we'll bow to each other and send each other protective energy. Namaste. And thank you.